Well, Marco, Melbourne Victory versus Adelaide United games are always a special occasion for both clubs. How have the preparations gone this week at training?
It is a special game for all of us. I think last season we had always big fights against them, and I'm looking forward, and I'm looking forward for this game. The preparation was not too easy because the weather was very hot and was not too easy and difficult to train our full exercises. But we start earlier, one hour before, and I think the boys are looking good. And everybody knows what happens in Melbourne if you play against Victory.
Obviously, it's a lot of rivalry and history between the two teams, and I know for the supporters, this is the game they look forward to the most. Is it the same for the players and coaches? Do you think about this game any differently, or do you try and treat it just like any other game?
I think I said it last season again. The first I heard was how important it is to win away in Victory for our supporters, and we will do our best to give them maybe an earlier Christmas present. But for me as a coach, it's not really a derby, because I am growing up with derbies. It means both teams played in the same city, and that's for me more a derby. But we felt and we feel the rivalry between both, and I think both teams stay good in the ladder and will fight for the position. It's second against fourth, and I hope we can play a very good game, and we can bring the best 3 points to Adelaide home.
The win against Brisbane was obviously made a little more difficult than it needed to be, with a player being sent off. In some ways though, do you take confidence out of that? Because down to 10 men, your players showed a lot of character and a lot of fight, and they stood up when Brisbane were coming at them.
Yes, we feel confident after Victory always. I think it was a very hard game, but we did a lot of things very good. We created a lot of good chances, big chances, but on the other side we let them create too much chances for Brisbane, and that we must do better now. But the 3 points were very important, and now we can move on, and we know every game we have to adapt, and we have to perform to fight for points, and at the end to fight for the finals.
Speaking of going down to 10 men, obviously we were missing Taylor Regan for this game, but how was Michael Jakobsen back in full training and looking to be back into the squad?
Jakob was back last week in the last session for full training this week. He trained without problems, and he's ready to start, and it's good for us after the yellow-red card for Taylor.
Is it also good to have Michael back, considering he played for Melbourne City and also perhaps has a bit more of a feeling against Melbourne Victory, considering he did play in a derby previously against him?
Can be. I'm not sure, but Jakob is a professional player. He's for me. I said it, I think 2 or 3 days ago. He is for me a key player. He's for me the organizer in the back four line, and I'm happy that he's back. And maybe it's a special game for him, but now he's an Adelaide boy.
Michael's injury was listed as soreness. Was there a different problem? Was there a muscular problem? What actually was his injury?
It was a muscular problem, and the history for Michael was in the last season he had maybe 1 or 2 injuries with long-term injuries after muscle problems, and my decision was to be careful with him, because I have no benefit when we prorogue a long-term injury. And makes sense. We got 6 points without Michael, and now he's a little bit under pressure too. No, but it's good to know that the players they come in that are ready to replace maybe injured players or suspended players.
Speaking of those injured players, Mitchell Boland and George Blackwood were out doing some work today. How are they going in their recovery from their respective injuries?
For Mirko, I can say it's on the right way, but it's a long-term injury. I think now it's 3.5 weeks after the injury in the game, and he needs, I think, 5, maybe more weeks to come back. Georgie looks good. We put him in a couple of exercises in the team training, for example, passing drills or positional games as a neutral player, and it looks good. I think he must get a feeling to feel comfortable with the shoulder. But it looks good. I think next week we can put him in the full training, and he did a lot of work in the recovery time, and he looks strong and good, and I'm happy that he's back. Maybe next week.
And a lot has always been written and spoken about the Brisbane Roar game, some of the incidents, Taylor's red card, Jordan Elsie's incident, I guess, with Stephen Moore and some of the push and shove. What have you said to your players this week about that? Have you told them that they need to control themselves more, or do you think some aggression on the field is okay? What's your message?
I didn't speak to the group about this game because I spoke with Taylor about the situation, and I think we had luck. You can give a clear red card if you see the situation maybe out of the right position, and we had luck with the yellow red card, and I think he knows that it was a big mistake, and he spoke in front from the boys and said sorry, and then for me it's a tick after the situation. But the rest is it's soccer. It's nothing special, nothing wrong. Maybe it was some situations not easy, but the situations were okay. Not as I must speak about after.
And did you watch Melbourne Victory's game against the Wanderers on the weekend? It was obviously very impressive. What were your thoughts on Victory's display?
Not only this game, we watched the game against Sydney. It's a very good team. The Swedish strikers back. I think they have a strong team with a Swedish striker with Barbarosas, with Tracy. It's for me a player who will come back after the sickness. Antonius is a very good midfielder. The Spanish guy is good. Honda is a special player, and also the defense line is very good. Tall boys. The German George Niedermeyer can be dangerous after set piece. I think it's a very good team. They are good in shape, but we as well, and we are hungry to show how good we are. And that's it. I think it's every time the same. We travel to away games or to home games to win or to want to win, and that's it. That's our aim, our goal. We know it's very hard, but we are still positive, and we believe in our qualities.
And you mentioned Honda before. Obviously, has had a very impressive start to the season. A player like that who's so creative and so dangerous, do you come up with a plan to stop him, or do you concentrate more on what your team does and cancelling out what they do?
No, the concentration is always for the opponent to stop the qualities from them. But what I said, it's not only Honda. I think he's a good player, but they have a couple of good players. I was happy when it was only Honda, but there are 3-4 more players. But I think if you want to win a game, you must be better than the opponents in your offensive style or ideas, or to create chances, and that's our goal. To control their game, but to bring our game better on the pitch than Victory. That's the goal. I think we are not the favorite in this game, but we saw last year that we can beat them. Of course, we beat them last year 2 times in the cup and in the away game in the big fight with 9 players. And yes, I think on a good day we can beat every team in the league.
And just lastly, on the injury side of things, Baba Diawara had a knee surgery, arthroscopy. How is he, and is there any update on what his condition is or what his progress is from here?
It's a knee injury. It means injury is always the last step after a lot of moments to control with conservative programs, but it didn't work, and now we will see. I expect not a short-term injury. I think we need longer time, and that's for us not a good message. But my focus is for the players they are available. That's it. The rest is to the medical staff to bring Baba back how quick they can.